Hey everybody, I want to share with y'all today about a hyper nourishing green smoothie that I do and what it has done to help me and heal a lot of people from a lot of things. Cheers and check it out. It has been a while and I've wanted to share so much and give so many updates recently, and I'm finally jumping on to share something that has made a difference in my life, because that's what I love to share. And it is Dr. Goldner's, Dr. G's Hyper Nourishing Smoothie and a bit of her protocol. And I have one of her books here, which is Goodbye Lupus, Hello Delicious. People have healed from so many things, literally so many things, in her groups and doing her protocol, whether on your own or in her rapid recovery groups. Anyway, we are in a new RV for us, new to us, and it is a dream come true. It is beautiful, and we are on a farm, so there's so much fun, so much going on all the time. And there are chickens, ducks, horses. I think I've occasionally seen a lamb or a goat. And then there are miniature horses and cats and dogs abundant. So it is a very new life for this former, pretty much a city girl, as I'm learning. And I am loving so much about it. And we are learning so very much as well at the same time. So I want to share this smoothie that has made a difference in my life. The reason why I believe in it so much, I was really kind of stuck on raw for a while and just not, finding the way to make raw work for me fully. And I ended up doing a lot of raw until dinner, and then I wouldn't actually feel that much better, like I still was noticing some things going towards an unhealthy existence, and I didn't want that. I know we can be healthy, and I know we can walk in just total wholeness, so always praying, always declaring, and envisioning, visualizing, meditating, all those types of things. But when I bumped into this on Jillian Barry's channel one day with her interviewing Dr. Goldner, Dr. G, doing this smoothie, I thought, you know what? I'm going to try this and see if this makes any difference, because I'm looking for just a tweak. I'm always tweaking. I just always like becoming better, and whatever that means with the Lord and the next step. So this was a cool tweak, and here's what the blessing of it was for me. I started doing the hyper nourishing, which basically is getting this smoothie in every day, a full smoothie just for me. And then hubby can have, his too, make his as well. But I started doing it before Christmas, before the holidays, even while we were traveling. I started feeling so good. And I realized I'm not going to stop through the holidays, because you doing it just the hyper nourishing, if you get this smoothie in you every day, you can do what you want for the rest of the day. So I thought that's perfect for the holidays, right? Even doing that, even eating what I wanted in the evenings, but getting in the smoothie every day, when people around me got sick, including my husband, by the grace and strength of the Lord, I did not get sick. Now that said something to me, because in my life prior, I would always get sick if somebody that lived with me or was that close in proximity at the office or whatever, I would get it. So this was a big change in my life. And I was still eating whatever I wanted in the evenings, all the holiday stuff, that I wanted. I was seeing all these testimonies. I joined her free group, which she has on Facebook, her and her husband, Thomas Tadlock, and it's called Smoothie Shred with Dr. Goldner, I believe. Story after story of people getting healed of autoimmune issues and just anything and everything. And Dr. Goldner shared about how at least 3 people in her groups had been healed of, so no longer needing injections in their eyes. Well, eye healing was something I wanted, I'm going after. I don't want to wear glasses, and I definitely don't want any blurry issues or anything like that either. So I said, okay, I want next level healing here. And people were getting healed of gut issues, which I knew I still had some gut healing to get as well. So I said, let me take it up a level. So I went to the next level with her, to the GLP level, which is basically you do this whole smoothie and then you also do her way of eating raw for the day. So I started doing that. I'm not 100%. I will tell you right now, I'm probably in the 90 percentile but it's working. And here's what I've seen. I'm seeing new hair growth, which I already, if you've been following me, you know that I went from just losing so much hair, maybe even up to 2/3 of my hair after having COVID, getting back to raw for over a year. My hair started growing back and coming back really thick and full, which is awesome. Praise God, dance of joy, hallelujah. Then doing her hyper-nourishing plus raw, her way of doing it, the GLP, which is good by lupus, but people heal of all kinds of things on that. Doing her way of it, I started noticing new growth, my eyesight getting better, where I used to have to take off my glasses to read, all small print. Now I'm like, I can read it right here, and it's still the tiny print. Now, sometimes you might still see me take my glasses off if whatever, but I'm just saying I've noticed improvement. So I'm like, I can read a lot of these small prints now. So I'm seeing that. I don't feel as much gut pain. I used to have some gut pain over here, like maybe liver pain. And I don't feel that. It's gone way, way, way better. It's gone way down. So there's just some significant changes I'm seeing. My energy is awesome. I love being able to just live life and enjoy, So I am getting this smoothie in every day and staying as raw as I can on her GLP, Goodbye Lupus, Hello Delicious cookbook, raw cookbook. And its testimonies are in here as well, and a bit of her story. But in her Facebook group, which is free, you can get level 1 and level 2 of her protocol, which I highly recommend. You read the guidelines and the guides to get all the information that you need to do it. And then there's a higher level called GAIP, Goodbye Autoimmune Protocol. And she has several books, about each thing. So, but all the details are in that free group. And she does free live Q&As on Wednesdays. So you can see just a plethora of information on YouTube and her other social medias. Let's get to making this smoothie because I'm hungry. Okay, so in your blender, Vitamix is awesome. So grateful for the Vitamix. Such a God thing. You are going to pack in these ingredients. So this is kale, and it can be kale, collard, or spinach are her top 3 recommendations for the healing, the hyper-nourishing and the healing. So you're going to pack this in, okay? You're not just lightly doing it. You're pounding it down. Pound it down. In fact, you want a pound of the greens in your smoothie per day. And if you've got big stems, I do recommend pulling them out because it just makes it grainy. And if you can avoid some of those, it helps. So my greens right now come up to here. It's like almost the top of the handle right now. You saw me like pound it in, right? There you go. So greens are in. And yeah, you can just get these giant two bag packages of greens, collard, kale, or spinach. You can get 1 pound, you can get 2 pound ones, and it'll help with the budget. And then next ingredient is you're going to do either chia seeds or flax seeds. You can use flax oil, and I've heard chia oil, which I haven't seen ever, but you can use the oil if you cold pressed version of it if you have trouble with seeds, but you are going to grind them in here, and you want to grind them. So you want them from whole flax or whole chia, and then you want to be the one that grinds them. And she has a whole explanation of all of that, which I'll let you look up if you want to. So adding in up to a half a cup of the chia, or flax, which used to scare me because I was a low-fat raw vegan for a long time, not 100%, but always aiming in that direction, and trying to stay as low-fat as possible to always preserve the heart for long term. Well, she, really explains quite well. She is an MD and a nutritionist and a psychiatrist, and she explains very well that the omega-3 fatty acids, protein / fat, just operate on a very different level, a very different plane, and they actually increase the speed of your healing. So it's worth doing, from everything I'm understanding. adding that much in, but I started with a couple scoops until I really got used to it. But now that I've upped it to almost a half a cup a day, I really do see a difference. I really do see a difference in energy levels and just fullness, like satiation. I need less food the rest of the day, honestly. So that's pretty awesome. Let's see, do we get the 2 thumbs ups on this? Ooh, we do. So we'll see how that works. Okay, so we've gotten in the main ingredients there. And then her recipe calls for 25% fruit. You're at 75% greens, 25% fruit. You're packing this thing in, I'm telling you. Some days I have had to pull off the little tippy top and stick my straw in and drink some first. But hey, that's okay. I'm down with that, for the healing and the rejuvenation. So then you're going to top it with the fruit. And for me, I'm going to do today a couple of frozen bananas that have been left out to thaw a bit. So they are pliable and ready to blend. But the more frozen they are, y'all, if you don't know this, it's just the better. Makes it more ice creamy, dreamy, awesome. And I love it. How about you? Do you love frozen bananas? So yeah. So here we go. 2 frozen bananas are in. And basically she says it's just enough fruit so you can get it down. You can get the medicine down. So that is the goal with that. All right. Then I'm going to add a little bit of frozen fruit too. And she does mention use frozen fruit because it'll stop the blender from cooking it. You don't want anything, over a certain temperature, 115 to 118. So I'm going to add mango berry, a mix of mangoes and berries on top. Make it extra yummy. And honestly, it's whatever I can fit in without going too crazy. This kind of gets the flies. The flies start going, oh, what you making? This is one of the things we're learning a lot about right now is the bugs in RVs, how to deal with them. Trying so many things. I have tried so many things. And still, we're coming over the hump of this. Yes, we are. In Jesus' name, we are. Okay, so that is basically it. And then you're adding a lot of water. Like up into the green line, at least, you want to see the water. So, and then it's based on how much thickness or thinness you like, really, but that's her recommendation. And then you are wanting to get basically your weight in water every single day. I am not particular about that because I eat raw every day, except sometimes now on the weekends I'm having a little like dinner of what I want or a breakfast of what I want. But for the most part, I'm still 90 to 95% raw throughout the week. So I don't feel dehydrated very much. So I don't worry about that. Okay. But before I add my water, I'm going to tell you what I like to add for different flavors. She does not talk about the flavors and other than cacao powder. If you want chocolate, she's good with cacao powder. And it's totally based on her results. She is all about results, things that she saw that worked over 20 years in practice. This is what she says do. And then if you just want to hyper nourish and then you can eat what you want the rest of the day, do that as long as you're healthy, she says. But if you're trying to get well or get better in something, then by all means, take it up a notch. All right. Let me close that since the flies are on the move. She does not recommend sweeteners on the higher level of protocols. If you're hyper nourishing, I suppose it's no big deal, but she doesn't recommend adding sweeteners to this past the fruit. But since I am mostly well and just trying to kick it up that next level of healing, I use usually organic stevia. And these are tiny little droppers, and I like things sweet right now. So I'm up in that sweetness level. Okay. And then lately I've been really into vanilla, but you can also do cacao powder or carob, I suppose. Probably wouldn't bother her, but I don't actually know. And then sometimes I'll just put peppermint essential oil in. And I like Young Living, that's my favorite. I trust that brand from everything I have learned. And I do sell it if you need it. So, talk to me. All right, so now we have well water, so I could use this, but by the grace and strength of the Lord, we also have I don't know if you can see it. There it is. A little water filter as well, so why not? So now I am just filling this goodie up to that greens line with the water. It takes a little bit. Yeah, so we've been enjoying well water, and we do have a power hookup. We don't, however, yet have a septic hookup, so we are doing interesting things right now. You can pray for that as well. We're about to take a new step with that, but that's been fun. Hubby's been running to a special place that you can dump it pretty much every other day, so that's fun. but he is a trooper. And I tell you, we both have seen how much the other person is a trooper throughout some of the learning curve things that we are learning. Plus, it is, it's a tiny home. There are 3 basic rooms to be in, which is awesome. And then a back deck, which I love. I love. Does this make the hearts? I love my back deck patio. And the solar stuff we've got is really cool. We're not on 100% solar, but we're learning. And we have some things that are solar. So, okay. So now, after all of that, you're going to turn this thing on. And I like to just zhuzh it. We say zhuzh it a little bit to kind of break some of it up before I put it on full power, go all smoothie on it. So there you go. That's just started. And then it's going to be the smoothie setting. And let it go. Normally, I would just drink it out of a couple of these. But, so you can see the pretty today. The green, the very green smoothie. I will pray for me, y'all. I pray I can pour this safely here. Pour it in a nice pretty glass for you. There we go. Very important, right? So there you go. This thing is very full, but it didn't overflow to where I needed the straw today. So there is the green smoothie. If you don't like this color, you can add different things if the color bothers you. More mango and pineapple helps make it more of like a lime neon green. That's kind of fun. And then the people put red cabbage, which I think I tried one time. And then you can make a pink smoothie. So there is a way to do it to make it not so green if that bothers you. But I really don't care because this thing is like, it's my awesome nourishment for the day. So cheers on that. And it's super good. I would like the bananas to be more frozen to get that creamy. But I think we're warming up here in Florida pretty fast. So the bananas maybe were out a little bit too long. Oh, and also people lose a lot of weight on this as well, especially if they up the chia and flax, is what I hear, that people drop a lot of weight. And I don't have a lot to report on that yet, so we'll just see. I think I've dropped a little bit of weight, but I haven't gone down to my smallest size that I've been in lately or anything. But I'm one size away from that, and my current size is getting a little loose. So we will see, right? Woo, woo, woo. Hope this encourages you to try this hyper-nourishing smoothie. And, if you want to try her free group first, and then you can learn more about if you want to, get into any of her books, her raw cookbook. And she healed from lupus 20 years ago. And that's why she really wanted to share with the world, and she really went back and forth about if she wanted to become a public figure or not, because she was already helping people as a doctor and doing all that she was doing. But she really felt like, if she didn't do it, could she live with herself? If she didn't share, and that's where she decided, I'm going to do it. I'm going to share what helped heal me and share that with the world. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I also was feeling like, do I really want to, keep sharing? But then I feel like, well, if this does help some people, let's do it, let's do it. Let's keep trekking forward, keep moving forward, and keep our eyes on the prize and the finish line. So bless you guys, love and hugs, and hyper nourishing to you from the RV on the farm.